going, when we going, and how to show up and show out. Okay, so the fact that this whole team and energy is spiritual, that was enough for me. Okay,
Ah!
so all I'm gonna say is, as a retired peace officer
Oh
of
no,
22
she is
years,
the retired. Yeah.
There you go. I think I might have watched this one then.
So hold on, is this Mimi? Because the other one is she says Ebony on her thing.
Ebony and Ivory.
So is this one here with the glasses the Mimi girl?
I'm just going to do a wee introduction. 1 second there, please, lady. Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube channel of the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I'm currently in somebody else's, the Queen of Karma, and she said I can restream. So I'm restreaming our live broadcast. You'll find in the link a link where you can go watch it live. We'd like to get some more viewers, but some exciting things are happening with Megan and Regan. You have to tune in. So exciting. That's me. That's my introduction. Done.
They're very excited.
Yeah. Oh, they are. It's great.
But no, you're right. This is the ex-cop. This is the ex-cop.
Yeah, so I must have watched this in my sleep then. Is this, how old is this?
6 years old. No kids, ready to get out here and figure this out. And whatever's
figure
in my
it out.
wheelhouse that
Good luck with that.
I'm ready for it. I know this is one. So entertainment, entrepreneurship, and helping our people, that's the culture for me, okay? That's where I'm at.
I love this.
It feels.
She just did prayer hands.
I love it.
Why?
A guy called Keith Williams used to do that all the time with Kalpesh Patel. He's now passed away, died on the 12th of October. Karma caught up with him. But they used to always do that praying thing. It was like really weird.
For those that are new, because Danny just went live.
Oh, yeah.
This is a webinar in which Megan brought a pastor on.
Praise the Lord.
And he just did like a whole sermon. And then Danny came on after, and they're having a hang-in.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we're at now. So the prayer hands is extra creepy after we've had a pastor on there, you know?
Yeah. But everything that's happening at the moment is they've been looked after by the God Almighty, but it's all going pear-shaped. So I think they're worshipping or praying to the wrong God.
Yeah, apparently God told her to start the scam.
Oh.
Told her to go right now, she says.
Wow. Just like that,
Her
eh?
words. Told her to go right now.
It feels so good, right? It feels so good because I know sometimes, you know how you go to church and it's all great and then you go outside and you catch hell, right? And it's like, man, if I could just box. And you know, people talk about being on Zooms all the time. It's because when I leave the Zoom, it's like life, you know, and it's and you got to go through the energy and you know, not everybody's going to like what we do, but as long as we stay together.
Not everyone.
And this just feels good. I'll be in California as well. So no worries. I'm going to be there.
Okay.
So I'm excited. Do you guys, before we hop off of here, I know.
Hey, what is it how every multi-level marketer has to be excited? You know, like, I'm so excited. How many times have you heard them say, this is so exciting, this is the best opportunity I've ever seen before the last one. And I've never ever seen anything like this before. And all these lines that they give you, it's just like, get me a bucket.
For some reason, I think it's because they know that the products don't work well. So it's not like you can really get excited about how great they are. Because again, I've worked in sales before. I don't know if you have.
Not really.
Like,
well,
if you've ever worked in sales, especially for as long as I actually did, you'll find that there's products that maybe you like that you've used that you can sell, and that's more exciting because you actually can use it.
Yep.
Or then sometimes you'll be selling something that maybe you like don't really like, but it's your job to sell it, so you have to like learn the info and regurgitate it and do your best. It's almost like MLMs are the latter one because the products always suck. The products always suck. They never work, whether it's health and wellness, smelly stuff, the essential oils, right? They're not really the best grade.
Well, every time we get somebody who says they used to be an MLM, can you please give me one MLM that has delivered on what they said they were, that is still going today, that you have been promoting? And they go, oh, and then they talk about the current one. And I go, no, not the current one. The last ones you promoted, because you've got a whole history. None of them can ever answer that question. And I go, they must know, because they're all going for the multi-level marketing commission money. That's it. And, you know, there's no elephant in the room here, is there? Because it's like, it's pretty obvious.
It's not about the product. So it's almost like, since the product sucks and it's not about that, you have to really pump up the business opportunity. And the only way to do that is through fake it till you make it and pretending.
Yeah.
Because none of them are making millions.
No.
Especially when they first join. So they have to pretend as if they're really successful with this product and because of this business. So they put on this like really happy, exciting show almost.
Yeah.
Because you can't really pump up something that isn't that great and just kind of do it in a calm way.
Well, we've got this guy.
So they all end up being like these very enthusiastic, loud, bubbly type people. And it becomes all about your personal development.
Yeah, that's
and there's
right.
something really like
mindset
raw about that already.
I've had people say they make $50,000 are actually making $50,000 a month from whatever they're doing, and I'm going to myself, if I was making $50,000 a month, I wouldn't be stuck in a Zoom meeting trying to recruit people. You would get some meme to do it for you if that was the case. And then they go, this guy was, and then I found other videos of him educating people on how to come up with hard luck stories so that you can connect. Like Megan going off to this funeral. Her friend, she slipped out and she said her friend that passed away, we were really, really close. And then she slipped out and said she hadn't spoken to the friend for 2 months prior. So that doesn't make any sense.
Aww.
You know, and then she's going, and then she's in tears yesterday, not because she's, her friends died. She's in tears because she's heard this whole thing she's been working from for, 16-hour days allegedly, would be a toll on her. And her emotions will be running high because we are causing havoc. So she's emotional at the moment and crying not because of her friend that died, that she hasn't anything to do with. And she's looking for these heartstring moments, crocodile tears, It just doesn't make sense. Because if she was devastated about a friend, she would be at their family's place, seeing their family, being around them. If it was her best friend my ass. She ain't got no friends. It's like, and you're going to use that if you can. I'll pretend that my friend that died is the reason I'm my wife. And here's the person that got shot 8 times, got shot by a policeman, so I heard.
Oh my
so
God.
her dear friend that got shot 8 times, got shot by a policeman, obviously for doing something wrong, I presume. I don't think policemen shoot people 8 times. So I heard that from somewhere.
And then she compares what she's going through to the Underground Railroad today.
You broke up a little bit there.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just they use anything they can to connect with the audience. And unfortunately, I don't believe there's 900 people in these Zoom meetings. It doesn't make sense. And
I don't either.
Like if there's, hey, Megan, if you're watching this, get everyone, we've been in these Zoom meetings before where they tell everyone to turn their cameras on so they can find us. So why don't you tell everyone to turn their cameras on to prove that you've actually got 900 people in your Zoom meeting? Otherwise, we're starting to think they're somehow bots or, engaging, telling everyone to put 1 in the chat room, for God's sake. I mean, we're over that, aren't we? Come on. Do you have to have the, what do they call it when you have the masses behind you? It's like gang mentality when the masses, the mob's behind this, so everyone has to go forward.
Herd mentality.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's using all the sheep. We have sheep in New Zealand, and one sheep goes in and they all follow.
That's exactly what it is. And the more she gets them to do that, the more willing they'll be to follow her, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
It's all just to manipulate people to stick around in this.
Well, but Mimi, I don't see you. You can raise your hand. Here, I'll unmute you real quick. Talk for me real quick, Mimi.
Scam. Oh, that's what I do when I get
Oh, this is me.
Gotta find you.
Sheepy.
Wait.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me
This
mute
is
you.
me
Now I'm gonna
now.
mute you and you gotta unmute yourself again, ladies. All right. You there, Mimi?
Yes, I am here.
Telling you about these ladies. I've gotten a chance to meet a lot of people.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yes, we can. Let me go ahead and add you.
There we go.
There we go. Listen.
Hi.
Hey, we've tracked this lady down. This lady, actually, we've gone after her. We found out she's in a band, and I put a profile up. This is one of the ladies I built a profile on yesterday. So this is going to be a good one. because this lady's got a band. We found the phone number and we've texted them. This is what we do. We normally find their phone number and then text them. And then
they put their phone numbers in the damn description.
I know, we've got those all covered.
Jesus,
yeah.
I keep telling them that.
And then what we do is, what we've done with this one is we have, I have actually put a profile on about her. But then we've gone through all the places now this is what we'll do to cause disruption. We'll find where this lady, she's in a band. We'll find all the gigs where she is playing, and we will send emails to the gig providers telling them that she is grooming people for a Ponzi scheme or a scam. And we always get feedback from it. I mean, that's a wee bit over the top. But these people in these meetings who are promoting it, these are on the leadership board, a lot of these girls. So they're active and they're out there and they're trying to make a bit of side hustle money. But when you start going after their jobs, like Tony was worried that we were going to go after her employer. And then I said, thanks for the tip. So then we found out where she works, and she's in a recruitment company. So then we just fire off a whole lot of emails to everyone in the recruitment company. We find the CEOs of the company and we go,
company.
Oh, something like that. I'm not quite right with my facts, but if we can, we find them. And then we found this lady's Instagram account. I've got a whole profile on this lady now. And then I send that link of that profile to this lady with her phone number and say, we are now monitoring you. And that happened after I saw her in this video already. So then they freak out and we don't see them again. That's why. And that's our way of fighting back on these scammers. We don't play nice.
Oh, poor Megan. She'll just keep losing friends.
Yeah.
I was over here fighting.
Oh my goodness, Mimi, meet the ladies. I love them already.
Hi,
Ladies.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Muy bien, gracias. Look, I saw the last name Sanchez. I was about to, ándale, let's go.
But that's Ebony. I'm Latanya.
No,
Hi,
she said she's
Latanya.
seen the last name Sanchez.
Yeah, I saw Sanchez. I was
Mary.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we get on, because I know, listen,
Bizarre.
I'm changing the game. It's a good thing when you are part owner and you can change the game. And people are like, well, you're talking about the comp plan and we give disclaimers. It's all good, right? But we're going to have people who, it's a scam. And I always say,
It's
you
me.
guys know, I
It's
say
me.
scam stands for still confused about money. And not everything's a scam. Not everybody's out to get you. Are
That's
there
true.
people out here out to get us?
So close.
Absolutely, right? So we got to band together, but we almost have to be like that, that pack where you're vulnerable by yourself. But if we stay together,
sheep.
no matter, even when the money comes, right? We got to stay together. So, and I'm recording this right now because it's important, because they say money changes you. But to be honest, I've always been like this. And even when I had the money, I was still like this. Because money is just going to elevate or heighten who you already are. So if you're a bad now, and you're going to get money, and you might just be a bad person, right?
Hey, we've got
So
18
right
people
now,
watching.
What we're trying to do is
How many you got?
focus on
I have
being
5.
better.
Woo,
I gotta
that's
be better,
23
right?
people.
I had a rough day today.
Welcome.
Like, I did for a minute, and then I talked to you ladies, and then I talked to and I'm being honest. I'm being 100%.
She's been honest this
because
time.
it's like,
This
when
is
you
a
have
surprise.
people Constantly,
Sure.
they bring you things. Oh, this person said this, and I'm like, and then you're like, but like sometimes like that seed of doubt, and then I talked to you two ladies, and then Mimi, you and I were
Ladies.
on, and I'm like, I know I'm in the right place. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Being a
So
scammer.
it's their fault she's still doing this?
Yeah. Oh, last time for me.
Damn.
The lady in the green, I've just found a link. She's promoting something else. Oh, no. Oh, see, they've got music on Spotify and Apple Music. So she's actually in a band. I've just put the link in your chat room. But she's also got a thing. So, technically speaking, I mean, if this lady is out there actively promoting and recruiting people, we just love when they give us their website addresses. If you go to you'll see in the chat room, I put her website address. We're not polite. We don't do anything wrong. All this is public information, but it is quite interesting. We need to talk about the elephant in the room, that these scams are connected to cartels which are connected to human trafficking. Yes. And people don't believe that's true because they can't see the bigger picture. But honestly, when I went to this seminar, they showed us how they move the money around. They showed us how they launder the money in crypto, and they showed us where the money is parked. They showed us wallet addresses where money's sitting there and no one's touching it. So There's no surplus of money in crypto where they're collecting. And we've watched millions of dollars. I've got photos of 10 human trafficking compounds. I've been to Cambodia, and there was 30 casinos in Cambodia, and they were all owned by the Chinese. They were leased back to the Cambodians, and they were using American money on the table. And these compounds exist. Now, we had the chief of police for Cambodia, the head guy for the police at this conference, and people are calling them out saying, "What are you doing about it?" And he goes, "Oh no, they're just in Chinese names. They're not owned by the Chinese." Well, who are they owned by? And he said, "Oh, we now have 130 casinos, and it's just, and they've got these hotel resorts, which are 500-room hotel resorts, 25 stories high on the beachfront in Cambodia. Cambodia is like a third world worst country, starving kids. It's a hard country to travel. And here they've got these flash hotels all owned. So all the money that has been exploited has been built into these casinos. And the biggest thing they went on about in this conference was the online casinos. And that's where the money's getting moved, because these people gamble and they hook money out of people all the time. So this is very small, the Ponzi scheme stuff, but it's still connected. And that's the sad part, So Megan's supporting human trafficking. Let's say that.
Funding, almost part of the funding.
Yeah. Well, I reckon there's a scam conference where you go and they pitch you a scam and you buy the scam, or these scam companies come to individuals like Megan and say, "Oh, look, we want to launch this. This is what we have in mind. Can you get your community to buy?" There must be some sort of scam database where you buy your scams, because we've seen them come out.
There is.
Yep.
There is a scam syndicate, and it's also where they buy and sell the lists of people's information, and it's also where they buy and sell the data that they steal from people. It's all kind of the same sort of thing.
Yeah. So I got interviewed.
I'm sure that the FBI would know.
Well, they don't tell you too much. Basically, I've got contacts with people like from the FBI, and I won't say who, but they don't. If they tell me to, if I put something in an email, they said then it has to go through the system. But if you want to ask questions, ring me up and ask me, and I'll tell you the answer. That's what they literally say to me, because they said the system is so horrible that slows everything down. So we just use it to build database. I tell you something interesting. Bloomberg Business Weekly interviewed me about a month ago, and they're going to come out with a 15 to 25 minute documentary. They've already done one, and they just messaged me 2 days ago telling me it's been held because they've got more information, blah, and it's going to be released next month. But the same organisation went to Dubai and interviewed one of our big scammers called Shoutout Anwar, and he claimed he had 120 staff working for him building his scams, and he also claimed he was going to release a credit card called 9Pay. So they went to Visa, because he said Visa was backing it, and Visa said, "We don't know Shoutout Anwar. We do not know the credit card that he's talking about." The very next week, he went and rebranded that credit card to be called Liquid Pay. So it's liquid without no I at the start, so it's LQ Pay. We went and registered the domain name liquidpay.com, and he's been doing denial server attacks on the website, trying to shut it down, but we're using it to expose him. Now, he's released that on an app on the Google Play Store and the Apple Play Store. He's released the app under a different company name that's in their terms and conditions on their website. And Bloomberg got a public announcement from Visa saying that they have no connection with him. And so he rebranded the company a week later, and business is normal. And now he's managed to get his app in the Apple Play Store, which is just incredible. And people are buying it, putting their crypto wallets into it, and then transferring money into this platform, thinking that they're going to get... Every time somebody you refer gets this card, you can get 3% cash back. Every time they spend $100, you get $3 of it. And this is, and we can't stop them. And we've watched this, big time people, big time name, big time reporters go after these guys, expose them, and it just continues.
They'll put in other people's names. They'll rebrand the company 17 times if they have to. Ash is actually just about to shut down on Passive because it's being sued, and he's gotten in all kinds of trouble with it, and start a new company. We're the ones that outed the information.
Yeah.
He hasn't told his people that yet. And they claim that it's not happening, but they're deleting all signs of on passive from all their channels and stuff. So
Oh,
we're like, well, why would you do that then? And I believe that he's involved in some of this stuff
have to
because
be.
he has a lot of crypto that he put away.
Well,
That's
we've got
just-
this company that is who have offered to put all my data into their 3D matrix system, and it gives you a 3D look at how all these are connected. And there's a couple of videos, I'll send them to you offline, and they are a UK-based platform, and they're going to come up with like the ultimate database, but they're not going to let. Well, they are the how do I say, the police and all the law enforcement can't use the database because they don't know where the intel come from. But
exactly.
so we're going to use it for the private sector and give it to the people like the credit card payment providers so they can see who's connected to who. So Megan would literally be flagged for the rest of her life. Anything Megan does online, any transactions, every time she goes to set up a payment gateway, this database would show she's been connected to this, and this. And that's exactly what they'll use that database for. So we at the private sector are going to come up with solutions, and then you watch the governments come along begging us to access that data. So, you know, I had the police knocking on my door about 6 weeks ago, delivering a trespass notice because a lady said that I outed her on the internet and said I knew where she lives. This lady used to work in the call centre in the police. So she got them to drop off a trespass notice because she was concerned about her safety, stating that I'm not allowed to get on her property. And I'm going, go investigate the lady who's issued the trespass notice because she's involved in a $350 million scam, and you're delivering messages to stop me investigating her. I said, come into the house and I'll show you what I'm doing in the database I have, and I'll show you videos of this lady promoting and doing what she's doing. And they said, oh no, we don't want to get into that. And I said, why don't you want to get into this? Why don't you want to find out about what this lady's doing? Oh, we know what you do, and we're going to come back with other complaints as well. And I said, what have I done? I said, I'm doing your job for you. I said, get off my property and just get out of here and go do some real police work. You know, I don't talk to police like that. But it's like, it's so frustrating that they just don't have their head around what's actually happening, and they don't work swift enough. I mean, this lady's theoretically got 30,000 people, and she's got their names and their email addresses in a database. So what? But now she reckons she's got $12,500 worth of money, which is $300,000 out of these people. And she'll just rinse and repeat until somebody... Why doesn't somebody knock on her door and say, Megan, if you carry on, you're going to be arrested, and so's your sister and your 6-year-old niece, whatever it is, you know, because that would scare them. But no one is willing to do that because they'll get done in courts for defamation or something stupid, you know. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, that's my rant for today.
No, it's true. It's very frustrating, right? Because you try to do your best to report them, but then it doesn't go anywhere.
Disruption is the key. Disruption is everything in this game. It is. Yeah. And have we disrupted her? Have we disrupted her?
That's right.
Yeah.
In here, but they're listening. So get this work.
Right. Yes. And Pastor Carlos did it for all of us. Okay, he came in with his energy, and I was over here like jumping for joy. Like I was, if I may just share this
group meeting.
Like, let me tell you guys how really crazy and how busy the devil was earlier today. Like I know I needed to be at this 8 o'clock. And I'm like, you know, against the traffic and everything. But let me tell you guys how crazy it was. I come catching an Uber from my tax office here. The Uber driver puts me out of the Uber because he cannot drive this far out. He's like, I'm not going to make it that far. So he puts me out. I had to order another Uber, jump in that Uber, be on my way here. And I'm here texting Megan, like, look.
That was God trying to stop you from coming to this meeting.
If I had to call from the Uber, I was going to make sure that I made it, you know. And then when I listened to King Coates earlier talking about he's in his car, I'm just like, look, we're going to be here no matter what. I was like, Father God, in the name of Jesus, I'm going to make it there at 8 o'clock. And you should have seen me throwing things off when I came and running through the door. Let me put back on my lipstick, get presentable, because I'm about to talk to all these people.
Oh my
And I was just
God.
like, Father God, chill.
Give me a bucket.
Everything's gonna be okay. Then I'm listening to Megan calling my name now, and I'm over here fighting to get on, and I'm sending Bev and everybody messages, Jonathan, everybody. I'm just like, look, devil, flee.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name, flee. So when Pastor Carlos came on and he started praying, I was just like, you know what, Father God, I so needed that. So Pastor Carlos, thank you so much. You know, and Kiko, he's amazing. He's such a great motivational speaker. So he actually injected something else in me. And I'm just like, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. Scammers, please.
Amen,
Thank
amen.
you.
Wow.
Yes, amen to that. Ashe. I want to jump in real quick if it's okay. Mr. Bernard, I don't know how none of this conversation today without you, Mr. Bernard. Like, so
Hey, Derek, how you doing?
grateful for you and your humble synergy king. Thank you so much for having myself, my sister, the Cali team, Bobby, Nichelle. It's a plethora of us coming, but thank you, Mr. C. Bernard, the connector. Okay.
Yes.
I love, you know what? I probably honestly wouldn't be here without him. Kurt
This is where she
introduced me
starts
to
crying.
Pastor. Like, I got a chance to meet Jonathan through Guy Coates. I got a chance to
gonna be
meet
good.
all of these amazing people. And it all started, guys, listen, with a phone call. And Carlos Bernard, I was already talking to Carlos before any of this happened. And I was like mourning, like I was in a place. I was in a dark space for a second. You know what I mean? Like, I know you didn't bring me this far, God. I know, I mean, I have this skill set. And you know what God did, though? It was interesting. Put me back where I came from. One of my friends is a principal, and he said, hey, you know, you should come. We need substitute teachers. And I'm like, I'm not trying. I was like, well, I'm here with my daughter. I'm literally here all day. And I'm doing my business, my other business, and I'm making money in this other business, but no impact I didn't feel. You know what I mean? Like, I'm making money over here I don't really feel like I'm making impact. And so I went back into the school and I got a chance to like sub. I love subbing because I don't have to grade no papers. They're like, we want to hire you. Oh no, sorry. I ain't going to be anywhere all the time. Like I will be here and hang out. But sometimes, guys, listen, we do have to look back for just a moment. And I did have to go back into that school because it reminded me of like when I first got that feeling. And
I got that feeling.
These kids need help. Like they are out here struggling. Their parents are, but it's so easy to turn a blind eye when you're not anymore.
That's true.
You know, and my students are still getting killed every. This is why I'm here, right? It was the fear of like being like Carlos. Carlos lost his son to gun violence. Everybody I've talked to, I got a chance to talk to another lady today who lost her son to gun violence. And I'm sure some people don't care. And these scammers,
I know that lady.
These
I
people
know
who
that
are
lady.
trying to take us down, like I feel sorry for you because vengeance is the Lord. Because I already know what's going to happen.
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen when we put all of these young men and women though, but I'm talking specifically to the young men right now who are, that's why I got Guy, because my son needs a father around. Guy's not the dad, you know, but Guy took my son under his wing in our last opportunity. So did JV, and so did, you know, because a lot of times people get into
Just
these
Big
companies
Daddy.
and the money changes them and I didn't bring my son into this to put him back into like the world. You know what I mean? So this time I said, if I'm
She starts crying
I'm gonna go
soon.
get the
This
men.
is quite a good one to
I gotta
watch.
go get the men because sons need men, and they're out here literally.
Well, what we'll do is we'll watch the crying part,
Yeah.
and then we'll go read the behind MLM.
Oh, please do. You'll love it. I'm just actually
To
trying to have a
wrap it up,
sneaky.
for
I'm trying to have a sneaky look myself because I only got to halfway through it and then I jumped in the shower.
Yeah, we'll go through it again for sure.
Surviving barely or not. But what do you ladies think's gonna happen? Because like I don't know.
You're gonna get
I
arrested.
know you have kids, Mimi. I don't know if the two of you have kids, but being a single, the challenge.
Mimi?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, and I'm glad you brought that up, Megan. We are so connected in a lot of ways because part of something that I do want to put together this year, I'm all about women empowerment and things like that, but I do believe that our men, our young boys, they don't have that community, right? That network. So that is part of the plan this year to put something together like that. And now that I have VYB, right? Now it's all
What
kind
have
of
you
like
got
working
exactly?
together when you really think about it. So the only thing I can tell you is to just continue to pray and keep God first and keep the young men busy and try to keep them as far as away as you can from those type of things. You know what I mean? Because I have
yeah, I
three.
reckon.
I have a
This mum's a
6-year-old
criminal.
son, a 21-year-old daughter, and a 14-year-old daughter. So I get it. Even when my girls, they go to school the 14-year-old, she was going to school every day. She's now homeschooled because of fear for those very things like gun violence, school shootings, and things like
took
that.
money from us.
I have a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I have a 10-year-old, and she already knows that these are scams.
Yeah.
And that if anyone ever comes and tries to get her to join something, and they don't tell her what she's joining, do not join.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's simple logic sometimes. It's, I don't know. I just still don't understand why so many people would even sign up on this, But,
It's because they're selling the American dream.
And
apparently everybody wants to buy that.
But the only thing we can do is just break those generational curses, create our own, connect, unite, and create those, those communities. It's the best way I can put it. We got to work together. We got to stop losing our youth to the streets. We do.
Yeah, it's real serious.
We want to give a special shout out and just pray for Nina. Nina, there's so many people in this community. And I'm literally talking 24 hours a day to all of them. Like the UK is going to open up. Dubai is going to open up. All these places. So I have a small window. I have another call I have to do at 10:30 for California. But Nina's child was at school, and they had a school shooting, and some people passed away at the school. And I'm dealing with a lot. And then sometimes you catch hell when you're trying to do the right thing. And I don't always
She's just trying to help people make money.
I'll be honest. I'm fiery. Mimi, I told you, I am very fiery.
It seems like she's gone through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like apparently there was a shooting by a cop that got her friend.
Yep.
Now there's a shooting at this school.
Yep. She's looking for ways to connect to people. And she's trying to say she's an emotional genius. God doesn't want you building communities through the world with the sinner. Thank you, Richard. That's one of my comments. Crypto Dynamo. So pop into the chat. We're winning the battle today. Oh my God.
Sometimes I'm like, God has to shut my mouth because sometimes I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight for my authenticity. I'm ready to fight for what I believe in, that I know sometimes you can't. Like Guy said, you got to allow God to do it. So I just want to say thank you. I don't know if any of you have anything to say before we hop off. I know there's still 734 people on here. If you guys would like to be on, right now, while the heat's on a little bit, while it's a little fiery, we're going to do this. We're going to invite people on because people do podcasts all the time. So I'm going to do the presentation, but I'm going to do it like back in the day we used to do it when it was like, you guys don't remember, I'm sure, but used to do the what was it, the conference calls and
conferencing, right?
That's how I started.
The meeting after the meeting.
I started
yes. The meeting after the meeting.
Right. So introduce me to the tribe, guys. If you and maybe we're on for 30 minutes because we don't have to give attention to the haters. We don't have to do any of that, but I know it's 9:16 and I have another call. Do either of you ladies or Guy or Jonathan or anybody, do you guys 10 seconds want to add anything before we hop off of here? Because we're coming 8 o'clock.
I'm going to say this before we go.
She already done the crime.
Just remember that the devil only has one ability, and that's the ability to whisper in your ear. He cannot
cliches.
make you do anything.
Make up your own quotes.
That's right. And you
I
guys
want
already
to
know.
send out. Sorry,
For
sis.
real.
You
Go
still
ahead. No,
talking? My bad.
no, please go right ahead. You go right ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mimi. First of all, thank y'all, ladies. Thank
It's all just buzz phrases and stuff that they all use over and over again.
Yep. It's like a wash machine, and what's it going to come out when you open the front loader door? What's falling out this time? It's all the same shit. Yeah. It's funny how you get so
you
used
for
to it,
bringing us
don't
on
you?
the platform tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you start to learn all of them. You really do.
Yeah.
Gets to the point where if somebody says one of them just in like normal everyday life, like the cashier at the grocery store,
Yeah.
without realizing it, will like be like, "Oh yeah, I hope you're in it to win it today," and I'll be like, "In it to win it."
Yeah. Oh, you've been trained by multi-level marketers. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh,
As
yeah.
Angel says, yes, and the devil is whispering, "Join my MLM." Jesus would not want you to join it.
No, the devil on your shoulder. I don't get it. I actually don't get the mentality behind it. I'm not educated. If I ever got educated, I would do a what do you call it? A psychology degree, because of the human mind and what makes people believe this shit, or even religions and cults. I just don't get it. I believe that you can have
You've come to the right place, because what I do here is I explain that.
Oh, well, I love it because it's, like all my life I've been involved in this sort of shit where people get told something and they believe it and they don't question it. They don't push back. And I just, like I've got an 81-year-old mother who lives 9 minutes down the road. She doesn't talk to me. But she said to me the other day, she would rather I died by suicide and live with the hope that I'd get a resurrection on a paradise earth than have a relationship with me because I'm not in the same religion as her. And it's like, wow. And you sit there and you think, wow, did you just say that, Mum? And, and she even tried dragging me through the court system a couple of years ago, stating that she was in fear. She needed a protection order because she was in fear that she couldn't exercise her freedom of religion. And because of me being a YouTuber and I was exposing the religion. And I'm going, really? And the judge just said, this is stupid. She didn't even turn up in the court at the end. She sent my nephew along instead. And you sort of think, and you're sitting here listening to this in the courtroom and you're going, I'm sitting in here. And they finished up, threw it all out because it was just so stupid. Yeah. But in the name of religion. And, and people go to me now, do you have a faith? And I say, I don't care anymore. I don't care if I die. That's how sad it is. But I'm not longing for any direction or any way to go. I'm quite happy. And I've lived a fantastic life. My mum doesn't even know me. I've traveled 35 countries. I've had great businesses, not now, but, and I've done some real cool things. My mum doesn't even know who her son is because of a religion. And, and I'm really close to my mum. That's the ironic thing. And now she's got Parkinson's what else?
My mom actually also has Parkinson's.
And it's just sad, and it's just, and a lot of this, what gets me about the multi-level marketing stuff is they destroy relationships. They destroy families, and that's what they're doing.
Well, they will tear apart families. Like they've told people like, hey, your spouse doesn't want you pouring your money into this. Leave your spouse.
Yeah.
Right? If your kids don't support you, stop talking to them. They obviously don't love you because they won't help you in this scam if they won't join under you. And it's really, really, really manipulative.
It's horrible. It's the dirtiest load, but it's scraping the scum off the bottom of the floor and making somebody drink it, knowing it's not good for them and not caring about it. They're just so desensitized. Is Megan happy, or is she searching for happiness?
She's searching.
Is this her joy? Is this what she wakes up in the morning and goes, I'm a good person, I'm living a good life, I'm looking for, I actually do, I work, and
yes.
I enjoy sitting in front of the computer, I enjoy doing this, and I love having conversation, meeting new people, I love what I do. I don't think they love what they do.
Yeah.
But they do it. Because for the love of money, the hope that money is going to change their life around for the better. And they talk about like they've got money, had money, and they know all about money. And I come out of retirement for do this one last time. And it's like, really? Did you really come out of retirement? Or are you a washed up scammer who needs some more money and you find it hard like the rest of us? Why don't they put their energy into building being entrepreneurial? Come up with a product. Why not, come up with a product, put mark up on it and sell it, or a service. If she thinks she's a coaching service,
They don't want you. They're lazy.
Yeah, they want a passive income dream. Friggin' hell! Don't get me started.
Super grateful again. Super grateful to Bobby Buck, Mr. Bernard. Go to work. And I'm grateful my sister seen it. I have to
If
borrow
you say it
some of her
enough
belief
times, you'll be grateful.
on the stability side of this opportunity, because again, I've been doing a lot of this for a long time. So I'm super grateful for everything here, everybody here. We have an office here in Long Beach. We're willing to open it up to anybody in California. We would travel to you and help
I'm so
you.
excited.
So you are not alone physically, okay? I'm the girl that's gonna come to
You're
you
my
up at
sister.
the garage, the back door, wherever. 7-Eleven, Lil Joe, okay? Hit me up.
Hit me up.
Right now, you're just the girl with a bad connection.
I love it. So listen, let's. We're
Just
Calais
keep laughing when your life's shit.
on the map too. So you guys know that, and Mimi, you can jump in too. You guys know that Kathleen Bradley is on fire. Remember from Friday? Hey, Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
Doing her thing, right? So she's in California as well. So we'll get together and we'll get an event planned out there. But I'm going on tour starting February the 8th. Right. My friend passed away. Her funeral is on the 5th. And I'm really doing this for her because she reached out to me a couple months before she just passed away a couple days ago. And she asked me, like, do you have anything? And I knew what she was asking, but I didn't want to believe it. She's like, do you have anything like business or anything
You're dying on your bed,
that I can do? And
deathbed, and you ring up Megan and you go, Megan, have you got anything? Have you got something? Have you got something for me, Megan? Like she's the savior. And then your friend died.
Yeah, I know. That's so weird, isn't it?
It doesn't even make
like
sense.
Things that never happen.
Well, she's throwing that shit in there. Like, what the hell did she just say? She's got a friend. She was talking to her a couple of months ago. But she said she's talking to her a couple of months ago, and then the other day. So she went from 2 months and then brought it up to the other day. Oh, I better not say 2 months. And then she asked me for help because she knew I'm a leader. She's trying to show she's a leader. And it just gets worse and worse. And now I think she gets all upset. But I can tell you, she's upset because we're throwing everything at her at the moment.
That is why she's upset.
Yeah.
And she brings it up when the pastor Carlos Bernard was on there, and she was like, "It hurts me, I want to fight them."
Yeah. Well, let's name her friend. I mean, look, theoretically, her friend it could be Mary Sue. Why doesn't she talk about Mary by her name? And then we'd be able to find that Mary Sue really did pass away. And then I might go,
I don't think there is a Mary Sue, just like there probably wasn't a school shooting recently at her kid's school like she brought up, because I haven't heard much about school shootings recently.
Well, the thing
I'm not saying there hasn't been any, but I'm just saying I just found it very weird. She talks about a friend getting shot by the police.
Yeah.
And then she talks about this school shooting.
Just bullshit. Even if it is, I mean, she's using it. Let's say her friend has died and it was a close friend.
There was one recently.
Well, if there was. Then
so I guess there was a school shooting recently.
Well, there probably could be, and all these things, but she's not using it. She's using it for manipulation purposes. And we're not knocking anyone that's lost people. Well, I can't speak for you, but I'm not trying to out people.
No, but don't use that. Right. Like, don't use that to then come and sell your $25 pyramid scheme.
It's just like she's using religion and the belief of God and the cult and the promise of a better future. And they're using the same strategies to sell their $25 and their packages, Well, not even a package. You're going to get a marketing kit so you can become a marketer of hers. You're going to get a sales kit.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what these alleged packages come with.
Well,
I can't find the information on their website.
There's another big, massive thing that we haven't talked about. But if I referred you into it, I'm meant to get $10 of your money. So has anyone got $10 yet? Has anyone received the money she's been collecting? And why isn't that set up?
No, that's the thing.
That should be all set up. Like it should be automated. I mean, what's she going to do? Sit there with 12,500 people that she reckons she's collected $25 from, and then look at the $300,000 and then give away, what is it? I don't even know what that is mathematically, but let's say $100,000. She's got to distribute $100,000 now to people. How are you going to receive this money?
Like that's illegal.
So it's going to be in the back end of the website, which she's going to say, I took down, and they can't offer payments because Danny DeHeck took the website down. And I'll be the one
that might be a thing.
Yeah, but I might have just given her an idea. But I mean, that's what they do. We had one company called Trades Technologies. They took, I think, $9 or $11 million from people in an 8-month period. And then they claimed that US officials and Hong Kong authorities come in and seize their servers. And they meant to have redundant servers all around the world. They were doing arbitrage trading. Long story short, no, we contacted the government departments, the state of California, the Texas State Security Board, and we said, hey, what was the story? And they said, we don't seize servers. It was an exit strategy. But this is what they used, and this is what she'll be doing. She'll be coming up with some sort of exit strategy. Her and her sister pocket 80 grand each out of this with the other guy, their business partner, and they've done pretty good. And then the whole lot falls over because every excuse we can think of. It's just ridiculous.
Exactly.
Well, let's get this bitch crying.
Broke me, you know, and she's got a 4-year-old daughter that was literally reading books at 1-year-old. She's doing geometry, her daughter, she's 4. But Kiana has had cancer her whole 4-year-old life. So all the baby knows is her. And the baby said, like, the baby understands completely. Because they're very, like, Kiana has always been in church, always. From even when we were wilding out in college, she was like at church. You know, we were like, pray for us. No. Just kidding.
Are you?
Always been in church. And so the baby said, like, I love God, but I don't want my mom to go right now, you know, and it broke me. So my best friend, who's our best friend, we were all college roommates. She just said, like, I want to take the baby. And she already has a 5-year-old and a husband. And I said, what? How much do you need to make? Like, sorry, I don't want to cry. Okay.
Yeah.
I said, how much do you need to make?
Wait.
Sorry, is my cue? Oh, sorry.
So her friend passed away.
Yeah.
And did she not have any family to take that child? Apparently one of their friends from college was just like, well, I'll take the child.
Well, if it was a friend.
And then she just took the child?
Well, if it was a friend of Megan's, it would have been a multi-level marketing colleague, and they don't have any friends. It
was. She just said. So then I asked her how much she needed to make.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is the weirdest story of getting custody of a child I've ever heard, though. That's not how it works. They're not like, oh, you're a friend of this girl that just passed away? Oh, yeah, sure. You could take her child home.
It's just, that's
they would go to her next of kin.
They're sick. They are honestly sick. I mean, this is nothing we haven't heard before. And if we sat here and watched her videos on her YouTube channel that she's got 500 on, we would see exactly the same marketing strategies. Right. And every time she opens her mouth, I mean, these ladies, she has the answer for everything. When I was on the phone with her, you played that the other day, yesterday, she was just ready to gaslight me. And I'm going, you're not getting a word in edgeway. But these are, she's poised for every answer. You could ask her anything about the scam and she would have on the top of her head, without even thinking about it, she would just spew out shit. Because that's what they've been training themselves for the last 5 or so years to do.
Right.
And it's just, you know, but this is quite funny. I mean, hey, look, I am a sensitive new age guy, and I have had a shit ton of, I could use my life and tell you things that happened in my life, and you wouldn't even, you know, you would feel sorry for me. And, you know, I don't want to go there because I'm not after that. But this moment here isn't nothing to do about her friend that's passed away. This is actually about forming an excuse for bad behavior. And she's using everything she can to use to keep the tribe together. And this is disgusting. No matter what's happened in her life, this is just bad acting. It is. You know, exactly. And it's actually breathtaking to watch. Yes, watch it.
To be able to take Kiana's daughter, take care of your daughter, and not make it a burden. You know?
Everyone's forcing themselves to cry.
She was like, you know, she has a good job. She's like, I just need like $2,000. I'm like, done. You know what I mean? You can make $2,000 a month over here just getting in position.
Give me your phone contacts.
And I said, just give me your stuff. Just give me your email. Give me your stuff. Let me, because I want to make sure you can take care of the baby. So I'll be there February 5th at her funeral. But it's life though. Like this, I'm not going to let anybody stand in the way. I'm not, you know.
Wow.
This is
it's
why
bigger than us. And
this is
why
stupid.
does she connect it right to the haters,
exactly.
right?
It does, because that's what's making her upset. And that's why she's flipped.
I'll tell you right
there.
now, I have haters out here. I have haters out here. I've been doing this catching scammers and speaking out about cults thing since 2019. I've collected quite a few haters. But I've never thought to come out here, announce something hard I was going through, and then be like, and then the haters, that's a little bizarre.
It's weird, and that flip. That I'm so glad you pick up on that stuff, because I'm on cult and I'm also on scam, and that's my two things. And same. I can flip hat and I can give you hellish stories on either parties. They're very much parallel. And that what she just did there. Why would she go through an emotional conversation about losing her friend and then flip it to haters and business?
Yeah, it's to do the us versus them mentality and use emotional manipulation to help push it, because she's going to think, oh, everyone feels sorry for me because I lost my friend and these awful haters are coming after me. So now we've become the enemy number one.
I know. And directing all that, let's watch her cry some more.
She's awful.
Yep. I'm going to go to Chicago. And in Chicago, it's like, have you ever been on the website in Chicago, like the homicide website? It's depressing. Every day. And nobody cares. I feel like nobody cares. And that's not the truth, though. But it's like, it's going to be me then. I don't care what anybody says. And it'll be me. It'll be me if I got to shut my mouth and I got to just whatever, like to make this thing work, then that's what I'm going to do, because there's a lot of people that we're getting ready to save and the enemy knows it. And watch God work, guys. Watch, because he's already working. He's already working. So, sorry.
No, that's okay.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm just going because I don't want to cry. I don't want to. I just
don't be sorry.
Later,
Don't be sorry.
We here with you, Queen.
It's my
And God is
$25.
too, and you got a lot of soldiers on this call. You got some kings and queens. So what you tell us earlier, the boat is moving, okay, and it's the legend side. We on it. We on it. Roll the boat. Let's go.
Hey, go.
Thank you, Mimi.
This is Marcella. Can you hear me?
I can, Marcella. I can hear you.
Listen, at 77 years old, I can see and feel.
Praise the Lord.
I know real from fake. You hear me?
She's crying so hard.
You're the real deal, baby.
You're the real scammer, baby.
I've been with you before.
Oh,
I know you're
it's getting
honest.
worse. Don't admit that.
I know you're kind.
I know you're
loving.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to fight anybody that says you're not.
I haven't heard from her. You're not fighting me.
Me too. Marcella, I'm going to stand with you and fight, okay? Because I'm not going to let you fight.
Me too.
My God.
Oh, my God.
Google form.
A 70-year-old lady's going to be fighting with me.
They ask, what do you think?
This is so bizarre.
Oh, hey, Jim.
It's just so bizarre.
Oh, Exodus 21:3.
We're on the last one. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his way crooked will be found out.
Oh, this is hold up. We've got noises for this sort of stuff. Let's go for this one. Yeah.
And you know what I said? I really don't know, because when God gives you a plan of perfection, you don't change it.
That's right.
God told you to
Party time.
And that's
God told you to pay Megan $25.
Yeah, the penny dropped. I won't get that back. I won't get $442,860 a month. I thought I didn't have to recruit people. I don't have 3 friends. Sorry.
Right. Right.
There's no changing it. There's no looking at us and letting people tell you a bunch of
lies.
Don't listen.
Yeah, don't listen to them because they're not
Don't
lying.
listen.
Don't listen
Pastor
to
Carlos
lies.
said it all.
Yeah. She couldn't even say not listen to the lies. She knows it's truthful.
And you got some warriors like me behind.
Oh yeah, I'll go Granny.
And we will
Crypto Granny.
do this.
I've had one of those after me in the past.
That's right. We will stick together.
Stick together and take on the enemy.
Yeah.
To scam all the people.
We love you.
I was a little disappointed that you didn't say you coming to California, but
I did. Carlos knows I'm geographically challenged, so Carlos told you ladies, didn't I? He's like, okay, what if
again, Carlos is the pastor, and it's been so bizarre because in this entire webinar she's doing, she's acting like she's had to go to Carlos to ask him if it's okay that she wipe her own ass. Like Carlos gave her the idea to go live to talk about the haters. Carlos told her to go and talk to these women.
Maybe
Carlos
he's God.
then told her to bring them up here. And now she's like, and then Carlos told me, and I'm like, what is going on, lady? And I can't help but also wonder if she's trying to make it sound like this is Pastor Carlos's scam instead of Dre's scam now.
Oh, you could be. I can't wait to get
you know, like I'm like, is that what you're doing? Like, because it's so weird.
Here, I'm like, Carlos, we can go wherever. Like, my kids are grown, you know. My daughter, she's like, got one class left. She's like, go to Florida this week so we can, for spring break. But
we'll come see you for your birthday in April. That's cool. You don't have to come here. We'll come see you.
But
I want to say to you, other 3 ladies on the screen, I know when God puts good people in your path.
Hey, Mom.
If you get to be 77 years old and don't know, you wasted 60 years.
Oh God, she's wasted 60 years.
And I want to be the leader of the old people of the club.
It's the seniorpreneurs. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Seniorpreneur. She's even got a name for it.
Let me tell you something. Wisdom. What did he say? Wisdom is the
scar. What did he say?
Wisdom is the scar tissue of experience. I had to write it down.
Okay. Yes. And listen, I've been through it.
She knows it all.
I beat breast cancer 3 times. And let me tell you something.
Let me guess, she's only got 2 breasts.
Grandson said, Meanwhile, you only have 2 breasts. How did you have breast cancer 3 times? I said, well, I had it twice. You know what he said? Let's pray. 3 years old. And so if a baby,
oh my God, look at it.
He touched my breast. He said, let's pray.
Look at her. She's like, she's just received another email about her
those tears,
payment account being shut down. That's what's really happened.
Out your eyes. You can cry.
Yes, let it flow.
You know, don't be ashamed to cry.
Don't poke yourself in the face with your nails.
And then we're going to dry our eyes and get back to work. I love you, baby.
I love you, baby. I love you, baby.
I love you.
Thank you, Miss Marcella.
Thank
you, Miss Marcella.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you very much. You're saving me. I feel better now.
Miss Marcella is our Gigi.
Gigi, what's a Gigi?
Yes, she is.
She is so good.
Grateful,
absolutely, that part.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I think today has been just one of those days where it's like everything just have to get upside down so we can get right side up and just continue this program, because we are not going to be defeated. We might be shooken up. Getting shooken up.
Yeah, what are they talking about then?
Actually keeps us on our toes.
They must be talking about me.
But it's all about
you.
just staying positive, staying prayed up, and moving forward. We're all godly people here. We all want to see you win, Megan. I'm telling you, I told you already, and I've said it 1,000 times from day one. It's something about you. There is nothing that can peel me away from tax office on tax season. Okay. So to all of you making money out there, please make it happen when you can, because I'm telling you now. But you've been able to do that for me. And everything that I went through to get on here tonight, I was like, you know what? She's so deserving of great things. And I'm so grateful, Father God, and thank you. And I'm here for her. So I'm here for you, my love. I'm here for my new.
Like getting on this webinar is some great accomplishment or something.
Yeah, like even I can get on there.
But everything that I have gone through up until this point was so that I could be here with you. Like, what?
I know. What a sad life.
Sisters, I'm here for my new Gigi and my entire VYB family. Y toda mi gente que hablan español, para arriba vamos.
All right.
Yes, hasta luego, Mimi.
Hasta luego.
Guys, I love you. Thank you so much. We'll be back here at 12 o'clock. We'll do the presentation, but we'll do it differently so we can vibe out. So if you guys want to come on, I would love to meet all of you. I'm going to be in your city. If you do have space for me, Carlos, let me know and I'll get you with Carlos, and he's going to move me around the states. And we start like very soon. So thank you so much. I appreciate you ladies more than you know. I love you. And
thank you. Thank you, Megan. We love you too. Okay. To the top. Remember what I told you earlier? It's already said, it's already done.
It's already done.
To the top.
With the vibes.
So powerful. So empowering.
God bless.
So
God bless you
powerful.
guys.
I've lost my finger.
We like to call it powerful here. So that's the end of that, thank God. Lord.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Was that ever a trip?
Well, nice to see
now,
you
what
crying,
I would
though.
like to do is head on over here.
Oh, let me guess. BehindMLM. Hey, I just realized he used one of my images when the website was down last night. He's cool.
Yeah. Gotta love Oz. So Oz says, as of today, VYB website deleted, processor lost, and co-owner meltdown.
Perfect. Yep. Witness that.
So on January 26th, BehindMLM published its VYB review, identifying it as a recruitment-driven pyramid scheme. Over the 48 hours since, VYB co-owner and CEO Andre Russell nuked his Facebook account, which he did last night before he started arguing Oz, actually.
Boom.
VYB lost its payment processor.
I don't know how that happened.
VYB's website has been deleted. And VYB co-owner Megan Lynch had a meltdown webinar leaning heavily into religious affinity fraud.
Oh, God.
Which is the one that we were just covering, right?
Yep. We've got it here first.
So he says, now let's discuss. So it starts off with good old Andre Russell here. And he's the one that was arguing with Oz.
Yeah.
And Dre, that's who they call Dre. Dre Russell nuked his Facebook account within hours of BehindMLM publishing its VYB review. And he had 11,000 followers. Although he wasn't following anyone.
I don't either. I don't follow people. I don't know why, but I just don't follow people.
I just think it's hilarious to have 11,000 and be in an MLM.
Yeah.
And then not even follow back. That's crazy.
Take, no give. Brilliant.
Violet says, been here 5 minutes and this feels so disturbing. It really is. Especially if you watch the one I did before
there is another theory on his Facebook account, because I've had my Facebook account removed, and somebody reported me as a scammer and running fraud. So some people might have reported his account, and with the postings he was doing, the automated system could have just taken him off. That could be another option. So
after blocking public access to incriminating evidence on his account, Russell appeared in BehindMLM's comment section to blatantly lie about VYB.
Yeah.
We read that yesterday. He was going on about how he wasn't a co-owner, blah, blah, blah. Moving on to VYB's former payment processor, While we don't mention TygaPay in our review, we did know VYB instructing affiliates on how to circumvent fraud safeguards. So in their VYB support desk, they were basically saying, yeah, if your bank says, don't join, this is what you do. The credit card company has a fraud alert. This is how you get past that. And, doing that should be seen as bank fraud alone. Danny the heck.
Hold it, Rich. We just got Richard who just phoned in. You got 2 cents in there? You got 2 cents to say, Rich?
Yeah, I was going to say to her, in whose nation, in whose laws, because that's what everybody needs to hear. We're all here like congregating, we have the TV on and the popcorn is flying, but nobody ever wants to do what Danny did in Australia by going to that meeting.
Oh.
Do it in real life.
We're getting there, though.
Yeah, but the point with that is what you were talking about with that database. If everybody had a button to click when they hung up with their bank not doing nothing to, like AI could already have your information. And it just enters you into that database that you witnessed a scam.
Yeah, it will get there, I think.
Before long, that's what's going to be the scam world. Because these people don't have a script anymore. Like, we're literally arguing with a juvenile from the Midwest. Like, shouldn't have a business. So who do we go tell that to? That's the point.
Yeah.
And good on you, Queen, for coming on live with Amy.
Well, I'm on live with her actually, Rich. So we're actually we're broadcasting on 10 different platforms.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years, and we also A-log the scammers and all of the scams that they've been to and report them and stuff like this. So there are people trying to help out here.
Because I spent about 4 or 5 hours, if not more, yesterday just reporting her everything I could. I went on a mission. But it's tiring.
Yeah.
And the correspondence is horrible. And it's just, you just go around circles, and people are lazy in these call centers that don't really want to do any work. They don't want to investigate. They don't want to watch a video. They just want you to say, what's the police case file? Yeah. Anyway, Rich, let's carry on. We're reading BehindMLM's beautiful article.
Yeah. I see how so it says on this one.
Yeah, so it says Danny DeHeck, who goes by the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger on YouTube,
who's that guy?
Reached out to TygaPay. TygaPay informed DeHeck it's against our TNC to use our platform for pyramid schemes matrix programs. TygaPay halted payment processing for VYB while their compliance team further investigated VYB. On January 27th, so yesterday, co-owner Megan Lynch informed affiliates VYB was moving towards only cryptocurrency. Additionally, public recruitment marketing presentations were also suspended. VYB's commission payment date was pushed back to February 16th. Outstanding support tickets for VYB payment issues are being deleted. So once again, we have a screenshot from the VYB support desk saying, do not contact support about payment issues before Saturday, January 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Tickets submitted before this time will be deleted.
That's the script right there. You think that you own the narrative, but we own the narrative, bitches.
So Lynch claimed the issues were due to VYB getting ready to move a bigger Amazon server. So they're apparently moving to a larger server. We're going through migration just like on Passive claimed to be. Lovely. Tony Morick, VYB's chief marketing officer, instructed affiliates with ongoing VYB payment issues to contact their bank's fraud department. Oh no. Earlier today, the VYB.io website was deleted. Now it says the requested URL was not found on the server, and it's coming up with a 404 error message. And that happened today. At time of publication, VYB's myvyb.io website is still online. The site claims over 30,000 members have signed up. After VYB's primary website was deleted, Megan Lynch went online to have a public meltdown. Lynch, who claims God told her to create VYB, doesn't address VYB being a pyramid scheme as the root of its problems.
I'm back.
Instead, Lynch takes on a religious affinity fraud angle, trotting out the common us versus the enemy straw man. It quotes her saying, when you're doing something great, you're always going to attract the enemy. We're making a few changes here and
Give me
there.
an example of that.
An example of what?
Well, when you're doing something good and you attract what enemy? Like, is there an example of that? Does that exist?
Who's the enemy?
And at the same time, give me an example in the scammer world, because they know all about the scammers, right? But they're never the scammer. And then give us a way to balance that with how we're supposed to look at you being a Christian in the real world with how the enemy, because you have to separate the two. You can't freaking look at this like God is doing all this. You're in the middle of a freaking scam.
She's not Job. She's not Job. Take away all the scams.
But Danny, in America, in the Western world, you can give plenty of examples how they act like that. The enemy, blame everything on the enemy.
Yeah. The excuses.
It's churchianity. It's literally, they've been brainwashed in the church to think and operate a certain way instead of doing anything. Well, the whole thing is
the pastor actually said that we were possessed. And that we had
I will take that one day.
We had like evil in us. We're possessed by evil.
If he knew that, he should be able to deliver people.
The evil they them.
It's just propaganda stuff, isn't it? It's like wartime, dropping off those pamphlets.
They couldn't do this at the start of COVID, so they're hanging on by their fingernails for a community, somebody to do this crap with, even if it's not a scam. Like she said earlier, we used to be on teleconference calls. Like, give it a light. You bum.
Well, to be fair, I don't think any of them have ever been on webinars like the scam that I'm covering called On Passive, in which they literally just go from webinar to webinar to webinar all day long.
Wow.
Like, you've never seen someone do so many damn webinars.
Really?
It's a lot.
We've seen earlier the one called Ben. They go from webinar to webinar creating. You could create your own scam.
Yeah, they're doing a scam a day, didn't they?
That's why I put it in the chat. Earlier. That's like the very definition of these scams being a cartel. Nobody's paying these people all that money to do all that. They're getting a little slice of nothing, and they think that they're getting somewhere with it. That's why they feel justified to pull off the next scam and throw it in your face. Like, not only am I allowed to do this, God told me to.
Yeah.
Right, I really got to get through this, though, guys. I've been live for like 6 hours.
Let's go.
I got to get going.
Well done.
So,
go, girl.
It goes on to say, we're making a few changes here and there, but nobody can stop greatness, no matter how hard they try. I've heard that before. No weapons formed against us shall prosper, which that was the name of the stream. There is no enemy and there are no weapons. VYB pre-launched with an illegal business model that defrauds consumers, and various service providers have taken action. Lynch goes on to compare VYB, an MLM pyramid scheme, to the Underground Railroad. I haven't done anything to promote VYB. I picked up my cell phone and I texted everybody I knew, and we met underground like the Underground Railroad. Lynch has been promoting VYB daily through webinars, so I'm not sure how that equates to doing nothing. Yeah. Next in Lynch's, I'll say anything except address VYB's being a pyramid scheme. Bag of excuses is AI. Don't worry about anything you see online. If you hear audio, it ain't me. It's AI. They love me so much, they are AIing my voice because they already know what's about to happen on February 17th.
Oh, somebody does.
And then Oz says, BehindMLM isn't aware of any instances of AI cloning of Lynch's voice or what it has to do with VYB being a pyramid scheme.
He doesn't watch my YouTube channel. Damn.
But it is because Danny did do an interview with an AI Megan. But as I stated, you didn't try to make it into a real interview.
No, even on the screen, it had character.ai on the screen.
Right.
So you could see the app was using
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't like they put it out and said, oh, this is actually an interview with Megan. Then I would be like, okay, that's a little bit dishonest.
Yeah.
And that's how Megan's trying to portray it. She's trying to portray it like Danny did a whole thing where, he tried to trick everyone into thinking it was her. Yeah. And I'm like, that's not what happened, though. Mm-hmm. You can't lie. And then he says things only further deteriorate as Lynch continues. I'm not taunting the enemy. I just brought my pastor with me, right?
Oh, it gets worse.
Right. When you know you're up against the enemy and you know that people are about to get free. I'm doing the presentation right now, by the way. When you know you're about to be free, you know that God's people, 38,000 of them, are going to turn into 100,000 of them that turn into 1,000,000. If one will chase 100 and 100 will chase 1,000, what do you think 1,000,000 people are going to do? I don't know. Ask Ash Bufara.
No.
They did nothing.
It's just
Ash Bufara claims to be doing the same thing as Megan here and was also sent by God. He claimed to have signed up 1.4 million people, and they all just sit around going from webinar to webinar all day long. Incredible. So nothing. You're not going to do anything.
Hey,
says not. Yeah.
Danny always has a good Bible verse that he corrects people on. Danny, where you say the Bible doesn't say, the love of money one.
Yeah, there's the root of all evil is the love of money, not money.
Okay, but people always say the money, right? So to pick up on your critique earlier, Queen, when you're dropping Bible verses, people always say, you're going to be set free. Okay, so God's talking to her to do all this stuff, right? And then he's going to set her free. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Nowhere in the Bible does it say the truth shall set you free. So the Underground Railroad is never going to be free.
Okay. That one. Who got that?
So not sell products to retail customers and be legally. I don't know what to say to that. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Hallelujah. Put a 1 in the chat room.
Amen. That's right. Everyone put amen in the chat.
Amen. Jeremiah G. Ratchers.
Hey.
It's like not sell products to retail customers and be legally compliant is my guess. I'm not going to even touch Lynch selling God's People membership for $25. And evidently math isn't Lynch's strong point. 1 million chase 10 million, who chase 100 million, who chase 1 billion people, who chase more than the population of Earth. Yeah, sounds like God's people are screwed.
Have you ever heard of Boomerang Queen?
Oh, don't go there today. She's been on screaming for 6 hours.
Yeah, but Boomerang's got none millions.
Oh, yeah. We call them non-linears.
Yeah.
Yeah, non-linears.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you think our reading voice is a lot better? This is what we normally have reading our words. Listen to this.
Yeah, sounds like God's people are screwed. But of course math doesn't matter when the goal is to fleece as many people as possible from your position at the top of the VYB pyramid scheme.
How about that? Now we've got a real human reading our stuff. It's great.
Yeah. Queen, you got a great reporter voice.
Yeah, we like it better.
Yeah, it sounds like God's people are screwed. But of course, math doesn't matter when the goal is to fleece as many people as possible from your position at the top of the VYB pyramid scheme. Thou shalt not steal. See, everyone's taking out the Bible verses now, even Oz.
Yeah, I know Oz has got a sense of humor. This is the first time I've actually seen him have a bit of a...
Are you kidding? Have you not been paying attention?
I haven't
Are you
really,
no.
Oz? And I don't read his stuff.
Okay. Oz, I've been doing the MLM thing, like I said, since 2019.
Yeah.
Oz has been doing it longer than me. He is hilarious. Always, when you read an article, go to the comment section, follow the comment section. He always goes back and forth with the scammers.
Yeah.
And it is so funny.
Yeah, I don't read.
He's an Aussie as well. Okay.
He's
an Australian.
Is he?
Yeah, he's an Aussie.
Oh, I knew.
That's why he goes by Oz.
Oh, looks like he's another down under hero. I hope he's watching this.
Yeah, he's another down under, so he doesn't put up with any shit. Pure sarcasm and dry humor. Just complete.
He's drive right through these mother flickers.
He's a brother from another lover.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to the comment section every time because the scammer always comes and leaves a comment. Yeah. And then Oz just murders them.
Well, I read yesterday's stuff and it was brilliant because he didn't miss a T or
he doesn't miss a I don't even know why they try. Like there's some that keep coming back and I'm like, why do you keep coming here? This man just destroys you.
Yeah.
Like,
he was just going in on this one. I didn't know he did that.
Oh no, he does it with every single one. And his website covers thousands of MLMs. He does about 10 articles a day. And each one will be a different scam that he's talking about.
Yeah, I've been following for years, but I haven't really. We had a good email session the other day, and that's the first time we've actually, because I just forward stuff to him in little wee comments because I'm busy as well. But he wrote me a great big long lengthy email and suggestions on what I could do when my YouTube channel was down. And then I said, how do you do this job? Because it's so demoralizing. How do you maintain your sanity? And then I said it to me, my YouTube channel's everything. And I focus on it so much. To lose it was a real kick in the teeth. And I said, and I don't even know if I want to continue. And then I'm questioning why I do this. And he came back with some really nice, caring words. And I thought, oh, good on you, mate. Thanks. You know, so I was impressed. And, you know, I'm guilty of not reading everything. I don't read like normal people. I have to have it read to me.
Danny, you should get Richard AI. And Richard AI could read the MLM every day.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that, unfortunately.
One day.
Yeah, we'll get there. We've got Megan AI.
So Lynch goes on to claim that MLM pyramid schemes are legal in the U.S.
No shit.
We're legal. We do the same thing that Amazon does. We market products. We just haven't gotten to the products yet.
Oh my gosh, really?
We don't want you to focus on the products right now. Amazon is, of course, not an MLM company, and VYB has not marketed any products beyond promoter membership. In true pyramid scheme fashion, VYB has led with income potential built around a recruitment-centric compensation plan. VYB promoters pay $25 plus a matrix position fee and get paid to recruit others who pay the same. Are you going to be able to make a decision on whether or not you want to lock your spot for $25 so you fall into the matrix that we built for God's people? This is bigger than all of us, you know?
Wow.
No weapons formed against us shall prosper, right? I'm standing on that. I'm standing on, like, you can try to cause all the confusion you want, but listen, February 16th, this boat is going into the promised land, with or without people, right? We'll let them on, though. But I do want you guys to understand the enemy is hard at work right now. Now she's building Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
There's people who are like, don't join them. That's the enemy. It's the enemy hard at work. If you're not familiar with the concept of affinity fraud, it comes in many different variants. Lynch is utilizing religious affinity fraud from the SEC. Fraudsters who carry out affinity scams frequently are or pretend to be members of the group they are trying to defraud. The group could be a religious group, such as a particular denomination or church, or an ethnic group or immigrant community. It could be a racial minority. It could be members of a particular workforce. Even members of the military have been targets of these frauds. Fraudsters target any group they think they can convince to trust them with the group members' hard-earned savings. Many of the frauds are Ponzi or pyramid schemes. And again, this one has been targeting on passive. It's been signing up on passive because they're already in a pyramid scheme that doesn't have a product. So when this one shows up and it's like, our product's coming in a few days, people were more than willing to jump ship, right? Like they were like, okay, sounds great. VYB, at least from what has been publicly disclosed thus far, isn't a Ponzi scheme. But with everything tied to recruitment, it's certainly a pyramid scheme. Pursuant to Lynch's utilizing religious affinity fraud to market VYB is her bringing on Pastor Carlos. Lynch, who claims he's new in her faith, states she hadn't spoken to Carlos in years prior to deciding to launch a pyramid scheme. Nonetheless, Carlos reportedly called her out of the blue, wanting to prey on the business. And then she said, and it didn't freak me out, right? It didn't, because I felt it in my spirit. And you would have heard that on the last stream. That's what happened. Carlos, in his capacity as a pastor, goes on to lie about the reality of pyramid schemes. And he says, see, Megan, one thing you have to understand is that a lot of people see you as doing something is designed to hurt people. But you're not here to hurt people. You're here to help people. And so a lot of people don't understand your heart or your mission and your purpose behind this work, behind this ministry. Stealing money.
The pastors like that in the Old Testament.
Yeah, exactly. False prophets. Stealing money from people through a pyramid scheme isn't helping them. Simple math guarantees the majority of participants in pyramid scheme will lose money, and no amount of praying or selling yourself out to fraud changes that. Let's be clear. The intent in a pyramid scheme is to misappropriate as much money as possible. VYB led with income potential in its marketing because there's nothing else to the business. VYB's product is selling people who are religiously inclined on financial freedom tied to the promised land for no other reason than Megan Lynch and her VYB co-founders getting a cut from everybody that signs up. And with no regard whatsoever for the majority of VYB participants who inhabit the bottom of the pyramid, when recruitment math guarantees VYB inevitable collapses. Calling VYB an MLM pyramid scheme a ministry? Good grief. Carlos, who doesn't disclose whether he has a vested financial interest in VYB, goes on to compare Lynch to Jesus. And by the end, it was really apparent that he does have a team, and he is actually probably there because of financial interests. But he says Megan is well equipped to be able to take this thing to the next level. She's dealt with the regulators, dealt with companies that failed, dealt with people that were problematic. And so God has built her and prepared her for such a time as this. The rest of Carlos's ranting can be summed up as rubber stamping pyramid fraud in the name of God. Couldn't agree more. Carlos urges webinar participants to get on in VYB because
why?
God has called them to do it.
Oh my God. Oh, can I say that? Oh my God. It's just sickening, isn't it? It's just really sickening. It's not that complicated.
Yep.
It's just like, I mean,
it's gross.
You know, and you're using, everyone's got their own view on God and the universe, and to bring God into this business even is just ridiculous. And it's not, I'm not even calling it a business. It's just stupid.
Yeah. Is she done reading? Because I got one more.
Well, you got to read something else.
Yeah. Yeah, we're done. He just says that further updates. He'll keep us posted on.
Here's the thing, pastors that bring their clergy and their pew to the Tupperware parties. In the Old Testament, you were torn asunder for doing what you're doing, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper, but you don't have the balls to finish the verse where it says, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. We are here to condemn you, you rat bastards. We are here to rip you to severed shreds. You're done. Not us. You're done. You have no way to condemn us. We have the platform. We own the narrative, bitches. That's it.
Yeah, we like to control the narrative. I do feel like we're getting to pull a few of the strings with her, but I think she'll keep this going as long as she can, because she'll be trying to get the $25 in, because that's what she's after. She'll be running around on the floor, picking up all the $25 notes, going, yippee, yippee, yippee. And then she'll go, everyone else ruined it for us. They killed our dream, the dream stealers, and all this sort of carry on. It's just terrible. It's just the way it is. Oh, well, well done. Sure. Well done, you. I think you've had
and we see it over and over and over again over here, right?
Yep.
I mean, they use it with Unpassive too, where they all pray together and they all pray for each other. And at the start of every stream, they go through all of the prayers that people have to do for others. And
sad.
It's just constantly used.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's abuse.
Odd.
It is.
Odd.
But guys, I got to wrap this up, Danny.
Party on.
That was really good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, thank you for coming up.
Yeah, everyone subscribe to everyone's channel, do all that stuff, because we need more people like yourself, Queen of Karma. I love that. I don't really have a religious belief, but I do believe in karma. So it's really good that your name is Karma. So it's, and I just, I'm looking forward to getting to know what you're doing and what you're, if we can help out. Together, forces are stronger. I'd love to get Julie Anderson I have never talked to her on a live, but there's another lady out there who fights this battle that sort of isn't really, you don't get much thanks for it, but you do have your wins. And today, even just being in here and having a yarn is a win. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can cause disruption with. So you run along.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Friggin' brilliant. All right, kick me out of here.
Thank you, Danny.
No worries. See ya. Thank you, Richard.
All right. Have a good one.
See ya. Bye-bye.
So that was Danny DeHack. I'll be sure to link his channel in. I'm kind of like scared to mess around with my internet anymore because my system is now starting to like, it looks like it's about to break or something.
Smoke coming out the screen.
So I got to end this stream up. But thank you, everyone, for sticking this out with me. I felt like it was very important that we ensured to get that one out here because I've never seen such a display of faith manipulation. And it's like on my channel here, every time we think we saw the worst of it, they come up with a new one. So, you know, do check out part one if you haven't, because that's the part with the preacher on it. And you're like really, really gonna check that out. But I will see all of you guys probably, if not tomorrow, then Thursday. We should be good to do our Friday with the Sayers of Nay. So we'll be doing that. And I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing rest of your night. I will see you all very soon.
Good
so,
on her.
yeah, stay tuned to the community tab and, you know, all that wonderful, wonderful, great stuff. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.
Wow, that sounds like a Richard. Let's go. That was pretty cool, actually. And I just, you know, once again, I think I've said everything I can say. It's so nice to see other people out there, you know, going after these scams. Richard, you're still live, and we're still live as well. Yeah, it's tiring. It's tiring work sometimes, you know. You wonder if you're making a difference, but I think that was all we can do is expose. But I don't know if the people that are in Megan's rooms are actually, you know, wanting to know the truth. I mean, I used to knock on people's doors, and they say they're not interested, and the other elders in the religion used to say, "Well, we're only looking for the sheep. We're looking for the lost sheep. We're not trying to convert sheep."
That's kind of true, though, with this, Danny, because we've never really connected with the people that need to hear what we're saying. Even though people do hear, it's never really been the objective fulfilled. It's always been one thing after the next. Like she said, it keeps changing. But with your show, with the content that you brought, we keep getting further and further into one day closer of figuring out how that these are just going to be brought down, and there's nothing they're going to do about it.
I think we are.
It's just the epitome when they literally want to sit in there and act like it's a church.
Yeah. I mean, I've just got a screen up in front of me, and so people who are watching us can see what we actually do. But if you look at Megan Lynch's name on the left-hand side here, so yesterday, and people are going on about the AI I use. So we go back to the start of what we started going on. So we go right to the top of Megan Lynch's file, for example. And this is what I did, is I asked ChatGPT who Megan and Reagan Lynch is. And ChatGPT profiled them and mentioned even something I'd done with them and given me somebody else that was outing them as well. I don't even know this video I ever played it, but you go through here and you start feeding in, asking it questions. What is a PAM account? Double vision indicator. I wanted to know more about them. And then ChatGPT has actually helped me profile, you know, one more time. What was that? Now, I didn't know at the time that one more time was something that had previously promoted. And now it comes out that their scam before this was called One More Time. And even though they're releasing this scam, they're calling it one. If you go to their website, I think it's called joinonemore.com. So then I get bits of information, feed that into ChatGPT. Then I ask it to start writing me my first video. I've done 14 videos on these ladies now. And then eventually we start writing blogs. We get updates along the way. We get claims that they've made. So we went through their YouTube channel and we said, look, go grab, I cut and paste the titles of their YouTube channels. And I put them into AI. There was 500 videos. And over the last 5 years, they produced all these opportunities. So we load all that into ChatGPT. And then we say, can you please highlight all the Ponzi schemes and scams that they mention in their YouTube titles and give us a definitive what have they been involved in? Because I didn't know them at the start. And then we realized that we're unraveling some dirty, disgusting scammer tricks. You know, this thread that I've got, I don't even know how big it is, but now when I want to answer somebody, I can use the knowledge base that I've built up. So here we are. Here's some scams and questionable Ponzi schemes that they've been involved in. Now, it did actually pick out Hyperverse and Hyperfun. Now, she claims she's had nothing to do that. But then it said, well, because she said something to do with Tammy Jackson, it's actually come up. And then you come through all these other scams that they've been associated with. And Oz picked out a few. I mean, Oz, when you look at Oz's article, he picked out a few that he's done stories on. So who knows what else these girls have been involved in. Key concerns, but keywords, hashwords, hashtags, titles, descriptions, blogs. And, you know, now if you were to get on the internet and search for Megan and Regan Lynch, Megan and Regan Lynch, I don't know why her mum would even give them that name. We hope that next time somebody wants to get on the internet and start searching about these two sisters, that they'll find more information about them. So the very first thing that comes up when you search for Megan Lynch and Regan Lynch is my blog. And then we'll find their YouTube channel. And then we'll find them in LinkedIn. We'll find them on Substack, which is where I post my blogs. We'll find them again on my site. We'll find them on Instagram, YouTube, everything. So we own the narrative when it comes to these ladies' names, but especially if somebody goes Megan Lynch scam, then we've got to have, coming up in X, my podcast. So here's a podcast that we've done on Megan. So these ladies, we're just building a massive footprint. So if we come along to the lady that was in the Zoom before, this is the lady that was in there basically crying with Megan before. And we look at her associates and we can see that she's now associated with Tony. So Tony's sent us cease and desist letters saying that if we don't remove all content with her face on the internet, that she's going to hire a lawyer and come after us with hammer and tong and get us to remove the content. So since then, we've now found out where she lives, we've found her phone number, we've found out where she works, and we will be emailing her employer because we're saying this lady is a predator. She's trying to get people's contact details so she can get them to join this matrix pyramid scheme. We've got the correspondence I've had with lady, and we can go through this. This information that you're looking at is accessible by government departments. So now what I've done yesterday is I went into reporting mode. And this is how much we work. Now, if you want to support me, feel free to buy me a cup of coffee, but I spent 5-6 hours of my life yesterday reporting. So now I have a reporting area on my website. And we talked about this with Richard, who's listening in the background. Link is their payment provider. Zero Cash is their payment provider. This reporting, this particular one here, the Columnist, I've got to rename that. This is the company that was providing them a payment gateway. So literally, we have shut down this company. So now next time we get another scammer who's using this platform, we will know how to communicate. So here's the emails and all the evidence that we provided about the Lynch's scams and the historical stuff. Now I just go back to ChatGPT. I go to these people. I say, you're providing credit card services. Please build me an abuse case and a report fraud case, and so I can send it off to this company. But then if you come back here, you can see now payments. They didn't use PayPal. Meetin was another one that we did for $1 billion mines. They are now moving their platform onto this platform. This is a webinar platform where you can host Zoom-like meetings. So these scammers, like the Lynches, are talking about moving their system off Zoom and going into webinar platforms. So Meetin is a company that we've built a relationship up with, exposing one scammer and him using their platform against their terms and conditions. And now we've got correspondence that we've had with that company, showing them the dirty deeds. And then let's say if we use $1 billion mines. So if I go to mines, so what we do is we give the government, I don't even think I can find that. Let's have a look. $1 billion. Right, if I go for $1 billion, you'll see I have, yeah, there it is. So here's a file that I have on $1 billion mines. And I literally just share that information with, I give them a share link, and I give that information to the company like Meetin and say, here's the file that we have on these people. And it's just exciting for me because not only are we going after these Ponzi schemes and scams, currently I think I counted 114 Ponzi schemes and scams. If we just go to VYB, this is just one scam. And then we go into the marketers, and we've got the people who are promoting it. We've got a file on Megan Lynch, as I showed you. But now we go bigger than that. We've got a file on all these people who are running and promoting these Ponzi schemes and scams. I've got, it just goes on. So if we go into America, I currently have got 69 Americans. That guy that was on there the other day, what's his name? Graham Frame. So that's the guy that was on their meeting. Now that's somebody I haven't linked into there, but he was talking about, he's a scammer and we've got information on him. We share abundance. And he's another person that builds communities and people and it just more putrid sick mofos out there. And you listen to this guy.
Hello, welcome to our Cloud Nation. Welcome to We Share Abundance. We are the United States of the world.
And look, he's reading off a cue card, old guy, and they've got people prosecuting him. And he's telling people how to get. Now he is meant to be promoting Megan. So we go to his profile, and we come through here.
Elder abuse.
Well, he is the elder, and he's abusing other elders. That's the sick part of it. Is that what you meant?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's absolutely breathtaking. So now I come into marketers, and I just add a link, and I put that guy's name in there. And now, if any authorities want to look at Graham, they can basically see what he looks like, and they can go to his website, see who he is. And as time goes on, we get these guys. How do I say? We get these guys, linked in with these scams. So now what I do is I just add a wee thing, and the good thing is I can just data. And that's what I'm doing. So now we've got 6 government agents that follow this data. So if you want to hang around, so we've got this lady that was in here before, crying with Megan, who's in a rock band, who we can cause disruption. She wants to be in here, telling everyone that she's promoting Megan's scam. She's just going to be publicly named and shamed, and that's all we're doing. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to stop people from running these scams and exposing them to the community and all that sort of stuff. Because like Richard said, that's actually elder abuse. They're going after people who don't know the arse end of the computer, and they go, oh, well, it's only $25, and if I get rich, it's not lotto, this is a scam, and they're just abusing people. So, yeah, so that's basically us. Do remember, not only do we have this database, if you need to contact me and you have been reported, I got some amazing emails yesterday from people telling me some real hard luck stories, and not just about being scams, but about their life experiences, things that have happened to them, and they want me to help. I can't help the world, but I can certainly point people in the right direction sometimes, or be empathetic and hear stories and realize, that the world's not a happy place at the moment. But if you are on my website, dissect.com, if you go down a little bit more, you'll see that we've got, when I'm live on Twitch, you can normally click that. You'll see that we've got,
you'll see I'm
when
live
I'm straight
on
away.
Twitch.
So that's on my website. You come down here a bit more, you can watch my video about how I got my YouTube channel removed and more importantly restored. Here was a blog about my trials and tribulation as being a YouTuber, which I've just added to the family of blogs. I've got name and shame list, how to report cybercrime, and you'll see here that I've actually published quite a few blogs about Megan on my website. So the purpose of those blogs is to give you more extensive information about what's going on. So a typical blog would actually have a thumbnail and it would have the video, and in here all the description and the links. So obviously we've now got 13 videos that we've done about her. So if you want to have the whole story, how many videos do you need of me trying to stop her? I don't know. But if you're still in disbelief, reach out to me. If you go to my Contact Us page, the Contact Us page basically gives you a chance to give us your name, your email, username, phone number, and we can correspond with you. Or keep it anonymous. Tell us the Ponzi scheme and scam that you're associated with, the person that sponsored you to it. We would love to know the date you invested, how much money, and any comments or information and screenshots. So yesterday we had somebody who paid the $25 and they were lovely enough to give us those documents. We forwarded those to the payment gateway provider and they could track the information a lot quicker. So if you have paid Megan, and I know it's only $25, but that adds up to $310,000 last time I used the calculator. Let us know, give us that information. You can submit it via our form. You can keep it anonymous. Obviously, the attachments will probably have your name in it, but everyone that we deal with keeps things anonymous. But we are obviously trying to bring down these scammers. So what have we got going on in the chat room? Thanks. That's lovely. Coming on today. That's
Can I
nice.
read it for you?
Oh, I'm just going through the chat box actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just making sure Bob's been in there. Scammers, making sure no one's
He's got a song he wants you to play. He said play it all the way to the end.
Oh my God.
I'm right in there. Queen says something about somebody joined and there's a child labor case involved.
Oh.
That they were commenting on. And I'm saying to the whole world, YouTube, we need people to create a petition or write their officials to get to the Trump administration to include these scams on the cartel list. And then it can become domestic terrorism and the government can finally freaking do something about it. Because the previous administration has never taken light of any of this crap. For all we know, they're involved in it.
The thing is, Rich, we all have our own strengths and I can't do everything, but there must be people who listen to us at the moment who must do submissions to governments. I had a lady on my YouTube channel a wee while ago and she was, her job was doing submissions and change of laws to governments. And that was quite interesting. I thought, well, that's a great way of doing it. And the reason why she did that, she said anytime she gets a submission into Parliament, the press publish articles about it. And then she can use those articles as evidence to say, oh, this was published. Because, defamation is something that people worry about.
That's why I'm saying when you write to the official, it becomes like a document and you could put that on the docket because in the public official in their capacity, like a FOIA, you know what a FOIA request is, Danny? Freedom of Information Act.
Not really, but I do now.
It's when you want to get evidence that's been, on the docket, when you want to get the information from the government, the body cams in the cop car cameras.
Yep.
You got to put a request in to get that footage.
I see.
When you write your official, it becomes part of the public record. They cannot deny you it being admitted into a case. So we get a lot of people on the same page of understanding that this is human trafficking. This is freaking to the same level of bringing drugs over the border so somebody else makes money. The people that are smuggling drugs in, smuggling people in, they're not the ones making the money.
Yeah.
They're sticking to a script. So why not put all this money wasted and bodily harm on the desk of the people that are going to do something?
There's this crime summit conference thing I went to was brilliant. There was a lady in here, which as I said, I don't normally follow many people, but there's a lady in here which is called Erin West, and her mission is to expose. There she is there. But she's actually the lady. If you've got anything to do with human trafficking, she's got the Shamlock. It's called operationshamlock.org. I've met her face to face. She's what do you call it? DC, a public prosecutor. She was, and she's been over to these countries, and I follow her quite a lot. But I'm an activist. I do stuff. This lady reports stuff. I personally think, but if anyone's going to know anything about human trafficking, it really is Erin. And it's been fun following her, and also I can chat to her and I can send her messages because I know her. So that's her strength. And what we need is other people to pick up the gauntlet. I just wanted to give homage, honor to Queen. You have got. I know how hard it is to get YouTube subscribers. I currently have 32,000 subscribers. I have earned 8,500 of those, but some scammer has decided to force people to subscribe to my channel. So I've currently got 32,500 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and they're doing that to sabotage my YouTube channel. And I talk about it in my blog. But what I'm getting at is to get 6,000 people following Queen of Karma. That is a lot of people. I know how hard it took me to get 8,500. And you've got 1.6K videos, and I'm sure if you were like me, you used to get 4,000 or 5,000 people watching your videos, and then all of a sudden the algorithm of YouTube starts giving you the 200 to 500 if you're lucky numbers on your videos. But the energy that we put into these videos is friggin' hard work, and it seems like YouTube doesn't really want to promote us. You've got 767 on a video there. These are good numbers, but it is hard work. So really do subscribe. Go search for Queen of Karma. Subscribe and like these videos if you can. It really makes a huge difference. And more importantly, add a comment, a meaningful comment. And also, just to show you apples and apples, because we're fighting the same sort of battle. If I went to the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger and I went to my lives, you can see I've got 13 people watching now, which is a really good number for me. This video that I did yesterday has got 21,000 views. Now, that's somebody trying to bring down my YouTube channel. They are not genuine views. Yesterday's 16 views. And then here's a more realistic one, 435 views, 186 views, 199 views. Most of my videos, my lives are anything from this one's 18,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. So let me just, full transparency here. I'm not paying people to give me views, but these scammers are actively coming after my YouTube channel, trying to discredit me with YouTube. Yeah. However, I have actually, there's Rob. I have actually wrote to YouTube, and you can see the correspondence to my blog. But I don't think that's going to work right, actually. But normally it's going to be a graph. Edit this, dismiss. But normally there's a graph that you can see the stats. It's crazy, man. It's still telling me that it's live. How does that work? I just wanted to show you. Yeah, the edits. I'm going around circles here. I think if it goes black. No, don't know what's going there. But anyway, you'll see the graph just go straight up, and that's meaning that somebody's manipulating it. So anyway, I just wanted to say, make sure you do subscribe to Queen's Karma. She said that she had 2 parts. I used to use StreamYard. I now use Ecamm, which I find a lot better. It costs $40 a month. I think StreamYard started charging stupid money for it, so I jumped ship and went to Ecamm. Check out Ecamm. It's actually pretty cool. And you can do pretty cool things, like you can get somebody to come and clean your windows for you. That's pretty good. That's Sadie, the cleaning lady. She hides under my desk and comes out when people subscribe to the YouTube channel. She's absolutely brilliant. And then you can also make it rain if you really want. Oops, no, you can't. Click the right button's always good. You can make it rain. Or if it's the right time of year, you can actually make it snow. And it's always quite nice. Other things you can do is you can give people gold. You can have a fish come out that looks really nice. You get that pretty little fish coming out, and he just floating around inside your YouTube channel, and then you find the bottom feeder will follow them. They're the bottom feeder. That's what bottom feeders look like. They suck all the shit off the bottom, and that's what Megan and Regan is. It's just disgusting, I know. Anyway, I haven't got time for this. Oh, look, it's all coming out now. And the other one I do like doing is these people promise you unrealistic returns on investments. So back up the truck. Here's your $860 sitting there on the table. How ridiculous is that? Yeah. All right, mate. So that's me, really, I think. So just, as I'm saying, subscribe, have a listen to other people's content. Please do share and share it on your social media if you can. And, and if you can support people, I don't know how Queen of Karma does it, but for $2.99 a month, you can click join. Hello. And you can be a member of that, their YouTube channel, and you pay them $2.99 a month, and it puts something in their pocket for the hard work that they're doing. So let's go buy that, eh? And then that's supporting other people. And I think that's what it's all about. Right, now Bob's going on about me posting, I don't know what the perks are, but I'm sure there's some lovely. Wants me to play a song. I don't like playing music normally. I will tell you, why. So you've given me that link to the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. What's this? Megan. Is that a podcast? Oh, no. I'm trying to find it. I have to open up a chat window, Bob, so I'll just see if I can find that. I can't just... There we go. And Bob. Hopefully I won't get any copyright strikes for the music, because then we'll lose the complete chat session, and this is why I don't do music, Bob. But for you, let's see, what are we doing? So we're going to AI music, and is it that one there? Free Will. Which song do I play? Top one? Give me a sign. Last 5 minutes. My song. Is it the top one? I have to wait because there's 30 seconds. I own it. Yeah, but you have to give me the rights to use it. You don't understand copyright. But you watch, because you own it, that means that you own the copyright. When I play it, I don't own it. And then YouTube go, you don't own that song. Let's have a go. Is that playing?
Prometió sueños con etiquetas de oro. Ay, verá la mentira más grande. El vacío en nuestras cárceles de adoración. Nos vendió el aire vacío con palabras que eran veneno. Ay, verá solo una
Spanish, isn't it? Why is it in Spanish? Shouldn't it be in English? Just saying. Hold up.
Sin salida, cada centavo cae al suelo.
No, that's not right. Is that English? What do they call that? I've never heard of it in that. Do I have to sign in to get what I want? 3. Is it meant to be in that song? I mean, I can't understand it. I can't even understand rock normally. What have we got here? iCloud passwords. What are we doing? Sign in. Trying to sign in now. Oh, look, I've got your login there. Let's see if we can get signed in. It might automatically give me English. I now own Megan's Scammer Vibe in Spanish. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so now I'm logged in. Does it give me English? Go back.
Mentes rotas y sueños perdidos. Megan Lynch, la reina de las farsas, su corona de mentiras. Rompimos las cadenas invisibles. Vimos la verdad tras su sonrisa. La estafa de VYB murió despacio y la verdad salió de su palacio. Nos vendió el aire vacío
I'm going to go to the next one because that one doesn't like. I don't like it. This is English. I see. I like the photos, Bob.
Insurance got a wicked scheme. Crypto cash like in a dream. VYB's the name, they built the game. Everyone falls, they're not to blame.
That's better.
Digital coins, they love to flash. Newbie folks, they make a dash. Promises sweet like candy rain. By the end, there's only pain.
Candy rain.
Oh, VYB inside disguise. Twins will catch you by surprise. Trust and illusions, digital realm. Twins take the wheel, they're at the helm. Signals deep, they make the call. Babes in the woods, they take them all. Blindly and blind in a cyberspace. Wake too late, see the laughing face.
All right, guys, love the music. I can't stay here. I've got to do some work. I've been on here for 2 hours, too longer than I needed to spend. I should be working. The phone's ringing, so I have to answer it soon. So I've got to call it quits. If you want to listen to that music, thank you very much, Bob, for the musical. As you might like my background today, this is a 3x3 force matrix, unlimited income, except we're governed by how many people are on the planet of the earth. If you put $25 into this platform, she guarantees that you're going to earn. She does guarantee, because she has said this, you're going to get $442,000, $860 a month. And it's 17 levels deep. You just need to find 3 friends who have 3 friends who invite 3 friends. And when the whole world signs up, which there isn't enough people in the world to get to the top of the pyramid to earn that $442,860 a month, it falls over. And Megan's going to be at the top of the pyramid. But in the meantime, the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger and the Avengers have been working tirelessly to shut down their website, which we did do last night for a short period of time. And we also have shut down all their payment providers, as well as complained to crypto providers that they should hold the funds that they're receiving in their crypto wallets. A bit of a victory, but no doubt. I don't even notice, but if you go to some of my YouTube videos, I've done 14 videos on Megan over the last short period of time. They are now coming back saying, you will not stop us. And I wrote her an email with 10 things that we have done to stop them along the way, and we are stopping them. We do make a difference. We are causing disruption. It is 20 minutes past 12 p.m. here in New Zealand on Tuesday morning. At the moment, their biggest ever VYB launch Zoom meeting is open and there's no activity. In fact, we can hear crickets. So I can't wait to listen to the shows this afternoon for me, probably in your evening, wherever you are. Great live, awesome, really enjoyed it. Hope you love the background. I think it's quite funny, actually. And no doubt it will be business as normal. Nothing can stop us because we're praying to the God Almighty, as they will be saying. They've even have pastors coming on there praying, and they call us the devil people. We're the haters. We're not the haters. We're the lovers of freedom of speech. We're the lovers who want you to know that we're looking out for mum and dad investors. We don't want you to lose your money. Even if it's only $25, why does it have to go to Megan? She's been doing this for the last 5 years that I know of, and she's just been promoting scam after scam with her sister, Regan. She's got 4 kids, Regan. Megan's got 2 kids. They're trying to feed the poor little kids. These scammers are getting desperate at the moment. Hope you've enjoyed the live, and thank you to everyone in the chat room, and special thanks to Queen of Karma. And welcome to the Avengers, and hopefully I'm welcome to your Karma tribe as well. But this is how we unite, and this is how we join forces. You can help us. Report these people. Find the links on these Zoom meetings and report to Zoom when you're in these meetings. It's not going to do you any harm. Nothing is going to come back at you. I can tell you I've reported Zoom meetings until my fingernails are bleeding. No one comes back and tells me off for reporting somebody. They act on what you do. We need many people to help us stop these scammers. I would love to have 100 people in this Zoom meeting this afternoon, all with their username saying scam, 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 and then they will kick you out. Then what you do is you use your web browser and you just empty the cache, log back in, do the same thing again. It causes so much disruption. They will find other platforms to broadcast on that have higher standards than Zoom does. Zoom are deaf ears to us at the moment. And we're winning the battle a little bit every now and again. Hey, love you guys. Thank you so much. I don't actually want to finish my live with that background on it because I don't like that background. And I have this horrible fear when I start up my next live, I will forget and have that. So we're going to change it to something a little bit more pretty. Let's have a look. We're going to go down to number let's go to number 7. There we go. That's my normal live. Now I feel more at home in my room with many screens. All right, guys. See you in the next live. Thanks for watching. I'm Danny DeHick, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Thanks, Trey. Nice to see you in here. Just didn't see you all day. And thank you to everyone else that's watching. It's been a blast. Thanks, guys.